All right, as most of you know by now, Washington Watch, we have oftentimes discussed Alabama Senator Tommy Tuberville and his stand for life in reaction to the Biden administration's illegal military abortion travel policy. And you may have heard reports lately, and perhaps some rumors, that are certainly swirling around, that Democrats in the Senate are working on an end around to Senator Tuberville's hold on military promotions. So where do things stand as of right now? Well, joining me now for an update is Quena Gonzalez. He's a Senior Director of Government Affairs here at the Family Research Council. Quena, welcome back to the program. Good to have you.
Great to be with you, Jody.
All right, so let's just bring us up to speed. Where do things stand right now with Senator Tuberville and what's happening in the Senate by some to put a stop to his hold?
That's right. Senator Tuberville is following through on his months-long promise to stand for life and to object to the Biden administration easily turning the military into an instrument of abortion and doing it unlawfully. And Coach Tuberville is doing it, as he's so wont to do, with a goal line stand. He's refusing to let the Biden administration easily nominate now dozens and now hundreds of military personnel, flag officers for high-level positions without an objection. They can be voted on one at a time, but they cannot be passed through the Senate en masse without every senator agreeing. And Senator Tuberville is doing what Mr. Smith Goes to Washington shows this can be done. He's not agreeing, and he's holding the Biden administration accountable. Right now, there's a move underfoot in the Senate to undercut his stand, to actually change the rules. By our accounting, this would upset precedent of over 100 years. So it's a pretty radical change in the Senate to change the rules and to go around Senator Tuberville's bold pro-life stand. And unfortunately, we're hearing that there are some Republicans who are ready to join the Democrats in changing the rules in order to enable the Biden administration to carry out its radical pro-abortion policy through the military.
Well, that was really leads right into my next question for you. We would expect this type of attempt from the Democrats to put a stop, to have an end around what Senator Tuberville is doing. But, you know, a lot of us would expect some support for Senator Tuberville's stance from the Republican Party. You're saying there's some Republican senators, however, that are leaning towards putting a stop to this and going along with the Democrats?
I think so. Publicly, most Republicans are saying that they support Senator Tuberville, but quite a few behind the scenes are exerting a great deal of pressure on him to end his stance or to step down, to send the special teams in, so to speak, and to end his blockade of the Biden administration. So far, he's not given way, but every football fan knows that home field advantage matters. Every voice in the stands matters, and it's time for people to call and email their senators and let them know where they stand on this issue so that their senators will understand, if they're Republicans, that they need to stand with Senator Tuberville, and even if one or both of your senators are Democrats, that they really should stand for the rule of law, because this radical abortion policy by the Biden administration is actually against the law. It's unlawful, and even Democrats should be ashamed to support it.
Okay, so this brings us a last question that I have for you, and that is an action item for our viewers and listeners right now to contact their Senate offices before the close for the holidays. So this is like immediate action that needs to be taken. Is there anywhere that people can find out where their senator stands on this issue so they have a little bit more information as they're calling, or do you recommend they just call their offices?
Well, actually, if they go to tonyperkins.com and click on the link to urge their senators to stand for life, that will link them directly to a form that we have set up at FRC Action that will both tell them where each of their two senators stands and gives them the opportunity to contact those senators directly and urge them to stand for life and stand for the rule of law.
There you go, friends. Go to tonyperkins.com. You will find out where your senator stands on this issue, and then we urge you with underscored, highlight, and exclamation point. Contact your senator's office today, ASAP, and let them know that you stand for life. Quena Gonzalez, thank you so much for coming on the program and giving us an update on this critical issue. Happy Thanksgiving to you.
Happy Thanksgiving, Jody.